My first video on Master Chief did really well, like really well, better than any video I've ever made. Even though people liked that video, I did miss some things, and I thought of some new things since the release of that video, so I'm here to make this follow-up, to cover all those things. Before we get started, I wanted to remind everyone that this is a follow-up to my video, How and Why Master Chief Should Be in Smash Bros. If you haven't seen that video already, make sure you watch that first before watching this video, as I'll be referencing that video throughout this one. With that said, let's get started. First is the victory theme. In the old video, I forgot to give Chief one. Oops. Thankfully, I have two possible themes now. The first one was my idea. Basically, Chief's victory theme would be the music that plays during the logo crawl of the first two Halo games. The other idea is one I found the other day by accident by YouTube user Random Sauce. It's a bit of Finish the Fight from Halo 3's soundtrack. I'll link his theme in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. I actually like his idea a bit more than mine, but I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. Anyways, the other thing I forgot is to give Chief a way to reload his guns. In the old moveset video, the only way Chief would be able to reload is when he brought his ammo count down to 0, forcing him to reload. It'd be much better if Chief players had the option to reload whenever they want, so I mapped that action to side taunt. That means Chief's old flag waving taunt is gone, but I think that's fine, since I can see having multiple flags waving on the stage with 8 Chiefs causing performance issues, especially on stages which already have issues like Fountain of Dreams. One more tiny thing I forgot to include in the old video is that Chief's shield would have a special pattern on it that makes it look like Halo 3's bubble shield. That was an idea taken from Noggin's Chief moveset, but it's too good not to mention. Now on to some new stuff. When the first video released, I got a few people pointing out that Sakurai might not want to include realistic firearms for Chief. While I think it would be fine, I did decide to make an alternative weapon list. The weapons that are gone from this list are the assault rifle, the magnum, shotgun, sniper rifle, and the battle rifle. And in their place are the sentinel beam rifle, mauler, gravity hammer, and energy sword. The sentinel beam fires a constant non-flinching laser beam that can go across the entire length of a stage. The beam itself is a bit on the weak side, so keep that in mind. The beam rifle is basically the replacement for the sniper rifle. Its main difference is that it doesn't have to be reloaded. Instead, it has an overheat system that a lot of the other plasma-based weapons have. The mauler is the shotgun replacement, being good at close range but pretty ineffective at long distances. Unlike the shotgun, you won't reload it one shell at a time, but rather like how the needler works. The gravity hammer is a melee weapon that causes a big shockwave when you swing it. The closer the opponent is to the impact point, the more damage and knockback they'll take. If you're far enough away from the shockwave, you won't take damage at all, and will only be pushed back by a wind box. Finally, the energy sword is a powerful melee weapon that can allow you to lunge at opponents. If you're on the same Y-axis or close enough to the same Y-axis as your opponent, and you're within range, Chief will lunge right at them and swing the sword. The sword and the hammer are both pretty powerful, so if you see a Chief player with one, try to keep your distance. With all that said, I think I'm finally done now talking about Master Chief for Smash. Hopefully I don't have to do another one of these videos for him again, and the next time I discuss anything about the character in Smash Bros., he's in. See you guys in another few months where I maybe get around to finally discussing a potential Tails moveset for Smash, or I get around to making that remade Sonic for Smash moveset. Until then, buy Necrolepsy on Steam. Bye!